Back at it, new video, Sneakercon Atlanta, day one. We set up, we're gonna be doing buybacks, consignment, selling a little bit of merch. Let's see how this day plays out. Get that tatted on my head.
been more excited about our culture than I am right now. I mean, you have all walks of life. This is a great example of it. You have all walks of life, all in one room. No one's getting made fun of. Everybody understands everybody. We're all into the same thing. And we're all learning and willing to make a dollar with each other. I think it's dope. If you would have told me that this is how it was going to be 5 years ago, I would have thought y'all were crazy. And have good takeaways. Real quick, Kais, you've been doing YouTube for almost 10 years. So, I asked that question for you guys to hear one thing. My man's been on YouTube for 10 years. You know what that tells me? And what I'm going to tell y'all is repetition. You can't be afraid of putting out a video, nobody watching it. You can't be afraid of putting out a video, people poking fun at it, and just, you can't shut it off, right? Like, I've been on YouTube on and off for like almost 4 years, but really last year it took off a little bit, and then now it's kind of like dry, and then it picks back up, and this and that, right? The whole time, I've just been trying. I really don't know what the hell I'm doing on YouTube. I just know that I need to put out content, and that for me, like, I gotta try to motivate to show others that anything is really possible. If you want to do YouTube and you enjoy being in front of the camera and talking about whatever your content is, keep doing that. Like these guys said, you don't have to necessarily copy a formula, but if you see something's working, I'm not saying follow it step for step, but at least try to put your own twist on it. And have your family watch it. Talk about it till you're blue in the face. Even these events. You know how many of these events I've come to where I've lost my backside coming to this, and I leave saying, man, I don't think I grew. I don't think this helped me at all. And then coming to that one event, I met that one person that gave me the opportunity to talk to that person, and that person winded up opening a whole door that I didn't even know exists, and that door, when I walked through it, it changed my life. Right? YouTube can change your life and can give you opportunities to do things that you you don't even realize are possible. But it's not gonna happen if you get in, you get a video, it only gets 40 views. You're on YouTube 5 months, you only got 400 subscribers, and you're like, oh man, I tried, it didn't work. It's not gonna work with that attitude. You just gotta keep going. If you wanna make it work, make it work.
How much for your chips?
How much for your chips? Young hustler.
One's a wrap. McCormick, me, Nelson, Malik. Spent over 90,000. What was your craziest pickup?
36 Witherspoons.
You picked up 36 pairs of Witherspoons. The crazy thing is, you look around, these guys are boxing everything in. We're still taking stuff in. It's 7:45. The show closed 45 minutes ago. Now we're gonna box all this stuff up.
White it out, and then he's got the UN.
And then we're gonna go to FedEx. We're gonna ship everything back, and then go eat. Shout out to everybody that gave me. So I made a bet with Lewis. I told Lewis that we were gonna get more than 5 monsters given to us as gifts, right? I think the final tally was like 11 monsters.
I think that's a record.
It is a record. And I got about 10, 15 Slim Jims, which are coming in clutch right now because I haven't ate all day. But then we're gonna go to FedEx, ship all this back to UN, and then we're gonna go eat. And then we'll do it all again tomorrow. Adios. Back at it, day 2, Sneakercon Atlanta. So today, we're gonna kind of showcase a little different side of Sneakercon and what it takes to make $1 at Sneakercon, right? We're gonna talk to some of my favorite resellers, some of the repeat resellers that you see at pretty much every Sneakercon. We're also gonna talk to first-time resellers and showcasing them trying to make $1. And we'll sprinkle in a couple other buyers here and showcase what it takes to make $1, man. So let's walk around, check it out, and see how it plays out. How come you ain't got your grill in, man?
Eat this lovely bagel. What's up, man?
Chilling, bro. I ain't seen you in a while, man. It's good to see you back out here, bro.
Yeah.
So for y'all that are watching that might not know who this is Charles, good friend. I've known Charles down there, what, 6 years, 7 years?
6, 7 years.
We used to hit a smaller trade show back in the day. You gotta get camera ready. He's got a camera ready. Focus the camera this way. Before goes, before no goes, now goes. So we used to do these trade shows, man, and like one thing I noticed about you is that you always came with hella pairs, like, and I kept saying, damn, man, I don't know how the hell he's doing it, but he's doing it. So 6 years later, still coming to shows, still building a brand. And today's video is about talking to resellers, consignment shops, about how to make $1 at Sneakercon. What is it that's helped you make money at these shows?
So one of my biggest things to have the advantage over people was to bring shit that no one else had. So everybody always brings Yeezys, like, you know what I'm saying, the normal hype shit. So I just bring shit from back in the day, like a variety of shit. So that really helped me, you know what I'm saying, level up as far as sales go. Because, I mean, you know what I'm saying, you look around, all the tables look pretty much the same. So I just try to bring variety.
What do you think, like, Sneakercon, what's the most amount of money you made in one show?
One show, profit-wise, I think in New York we made like 12 or 13 in one day.
12, 13,000
That's profit.
in one day.
That's profit. A lot of people get that shit mixed up with,
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
right. So, making $12,000, $13,000 profit, how many shoes do you think you sold that day? Because I know you do a lot of trades in between.
I do a lot of trades and a lot of, you know what I'm saying, different shit. I can't even tell you, to be honest. Because back then, on that show, that's when I was doing, like, you know what I'm saying, when we traded Yeezy for 20 pair of GR. So
Right.
at the end of the day, it all added up, you know what I'm saying?
Right. What's your Instagram?
Big had those and Official King Charles. Make sure you check it out.
Hey, so today's video is about how to make $1 at Sneakercon, right? Whether it's reselling, like with the vendor booth, or coming in as a buyer and buying stuff. And I know you've been doing this for well before I even started, right? How long have you been selling shoes?
About 7 years.
7 years. So you started about 8 years before. So what do you appreciate the most about being able to come to all these shows and buy stuff?
Really, for me, it's about the experience. You know, you come see other people you ain't seen in months. Just come chop it up, you know? Right. You know, obviously, there's a lot of money to be made in here. You can come to the show with cash and flip in the show.
Right.
You don't have to bring nothing.
Right.
You just come buy and sell all day.
What's the most? I'm gonna ask you a couple of what's the most of type questions. Because you've done both, right? You've sold and
I've sold. Yeah, I vended
and
4
bought.
years ago and I bought.
So what's the most amount of shoes you ever sold when you were a vendor?
I'd say my whole tip.
How many shoes?
130 shoes.
130 pairs. What's the most amount of money you made as selling out of Sneakercon?
Selling like what you mean?
Like selling? No, just straight up selling at Sneakercon.
Walking home with like 70 grand.
Lit. And then now you've kind of switched it. So you're coming into these shows all over the world, and then you're buying stuff, and then taking it back, and then flipping them wherever it is that you flip it.
Yep.
So what's the most amount of money you've ever spent? Because you've been doing this shit for a while. What would you say? Ballpark. You don't have to give me an exact dollar amount because I know you're weird and you want to be subtle, but you want to show your watch off on my channel.
You saw the flex? You saw the flex?
Yeah, I saw the flex.
The most I've ever spent at Sneakercon was Sneakercon Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
And
That was
that was the
2
one they
years
did.
ago.
2017.
Yeah,
So that was
17,
last
17.
That's when I picked up the parlays. Yeah,
Correct.
I think I spent probably around 60.
And that's
grand.
home, so that's easy.
60. Yeah, that was light work.
And that's home, yeah.
Yeah.
I filled up my car and then I sent my boy in a minivan Uber back home.
All right, so
So
people
together
don't.
we had over
I'm gonna
300.
kind of like slow up a little bit. He spent 60 at a show, but which I don't understand about that 60. He wasn't made of money. Like that took.
No, that
years
can't.
of-
I started with like probably $2,000.
You started with $2,000 7 years ago.
Yep.
So
When I was in middle school. That's when
So we talking about a show that happened last year. So it took him 6 years to be able to go to a show and spend 60. How many
I remember
years-
coming to shows with 10 pairs of shoes. To Sneakercon.
It's crazy. I appreciate the work ethic that I've seen from you consistently over the years. You know, I know you're more a behind the scenes kind of guy, but I've always been, I need to shed light on the community and the culture and the effort that gets put in around the world. So do me a favor, give them your Instagram, bro.
My Instagram is at WILDDIENG.
All right, so then now on the funny side of it, my man started with $2,000. Now he's flying jets to Sneakercon,
Nah, you
right?
see?
Now he's
No,
not buying. No, he
real,
don't
real
even-
deal,
no,
real deal.
He
Hold
came
on.
to
We
the
just
show.
spoke about
He
Germany.
came in-
He's not going to Germany because the flight first class is 7K. But if it was 2,500, he'd be there. We just said that. We just kicked
that's-
it.
Oh, they
Yeah.
went from starting with
You see, when I come to
$2,000
Sneakercon, I get
where-
attacked by this guy.
No, I don't attack you. I'm just. Nah, you know what it is? Look, bro, all jokes aside, I'm a fan of what you do. I appreciate your work
Yeah, of
ethic.
course, it's all
And I know
love.
you're super like reserved and like laid back and humble. I'm just giving you shit, but I'm proud of you, bro. How old are you?
20.
20. And you out here spending 60 bands at shows. At 20, you know what I was
The
doing?
motivation, bro.
You know what I was doing at 20? I had my hand out in the middle of the streets because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I'm proud of you, bro. For real, man. For real. Y'all know this is one of my favorite resellers in the whole wide world, right? This KD. I mean, you've been on the channel a couple times before. So today's video is about how to make $1 at Sneakercon, right? So I've been going around asking people, what's going on, bro? Nice shirt. That's a nice. Y'all see that shirt? Today's video, I've been basically going around asking some of my favorite sneaker personalities that come to pretty much every one of the shows, talking about how they make $1, this and that. So how has KD been able to fly under the radar for all these years and make a couple dollars here and travel and you like to go to a lot of sporting events. Every time I talk to this dude, he's either going to a sporting event or he's on vacation. And I see him, I don't even see him at every show anymore. So how have you gotten to that level? How'd you start?
I have my own personal collection.
Okay.
And I took my personal collection and traded it in for money.
How long ago was that?
Like 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
I used to be a collector.
Okay. How many shoes do you think that you had in that collection once you started selling?
Probably like 200.
200 pairs. You don't have to give me an exact dollar amount, but ballpark. What did you start when you started flipping?
50 grand.
50 grand. What motivated you to say, yo, I'm just gonna sell all these, take this money and just start out here and going to these shows?
I didn't need all those shoes. 50 shoes was too many for me. I mean, I realized that not only was it too many, but they weren't all comfortable. And a lot of the shoes were like pretty much the same thing. So like it was like a KD4, I had like 40 pair of those. And like once I wore them and I seen that they were not comfortable, there was no need for me to wear the rest.
Right.
And I wore the cheapest one out that group, like a KD4 Texas. And I had the Dragon KD4s, Pearl KD4s, Weatherman KD4s, Nerf KD4s. The shoes was going for a lot of money.
Yeah. They were
I
hit
got
for
rid
a
of
couple
them.
stars. So you went to a small trade show.
It wasn't this year.
You went to a smaller trade show.
Yes.
You go buy some shoes.
Yeah, it was in New Jersey.
Okay, Jersey. And then
That show I bought like maybe 15, 20 pairs.
Okay. How long did it take you to flip those 15, 20 pairs?
A couple of weeks.
Couple weeks. Boom. So then you come to Sneakercon at some point.
I came to Sneakercon that summer.
All right.
Sneakercon New York was my first show.
What's been in all the shows that you've gone with Sneakercon, right? What's been like the craziest amount of shoes you don't pick up? What's the most amount of shoes you don't pick up?
Probably like
400 pairs, one show.
Sure.
Yeah, man, you make
We had to run a U-Haul truck.
You had a so you didn't even come with the U-Haul because you come just book bag.
I don't even have a driver's license. My brother actually, he rented the U-Haul at like 17. He picked up the truck.
Crazy.
He picked up the truck.
What's-
And then he drove it back and then we loaded it up. And we just ain't looked back since.
So, I mean, I know you're moving, bro. You're moving at a level that's very different. Than
This guy right here.
Yeah, I know. I got him.
This
out
is the
here.
guy who got me.
Hey, this is my
See,
guy
look,
right here.
he's trying to hit me with the watch again.
This is my
on the
big
camera.
brother right here.
This is the guy.
This is my big brother right
That's the
here.
guy who, this is my U-Haul guy.
Yeah, so I got a big appreciation for both of these guys because they go out here, they just get it done. There's no excuses. They come out here buying 400 pairs. Now, from a profit standpoint, I know it's hard because some things you put here, you put there, you got to wait for it to sell this and that. But what do you think, if you had a guesstimate, what was the show that you profited the most from? And a ballpark, what do you think you made from that show?
It's gonna sound off the wall, but Sneakercon Detroit.
Sneakercon Detroit, man. Then we have it. Okay.
They haven't been back since. It was about 3 years ago, and man, we had to have bought like 250 pairs.
Okay.
Guys were just giving their shoes away.
Man.
I must have made on average at least 50 a pair. Some pairs 200, some pairs 300, and I picked up
So
some
you
personal
picked
pairs
up-
for myself.
You picked up 250 pairs,
Yeah,
and you said ballparking, you made $50 a pair.
yeah.
You made almost $13,000 in one show,
Yeah.
and you don't even stay for the whole show.
Nah, we left early.
$13,000. Nothing else to buy.
After that, it was nothing else to buy.
I was there.
$13,000 profit.
He was there that day.
How long
Yeah,
was
I
he-
told you to come. I told you to
How long
come.
did- How long you think he was in? 3-4 hours? 5 hours, $13,000 profit. I don't know too many jobs in the United States legally that you could make that type of profit. And it all started with a passion you had for collecting shoes and then realizing I don't need this many. Give me your Instagram.
I'm just KD.
He's just the biggest reseller, one of the biggest resellers I know. That's all. My guy Jay Collector, Restock Chicago. So today's video, I'm going around talking to buyers, consignment shop, collectors, resellers, first-time buyers, and talking about how to make $1 at Sneakercon, right? How they've made $1 at Sneakercon. So for you, you've been around since before Instagram started, right? You've been around since before like the 10 Commandments were actually like, you've been in the sneaker game that long. How have you made $1 through Sneakercon? Prices.
You know, people don't realize it, but customer service.
You're charging high or you're selling
No,
low?
you gotta sell low.
Okay.
There's too much competition out here. Too many people come by,
Okay.
so you gotta be competitive with everybody else. And customer service, man. I know it's a show. People don't really care, but you know, if you're treating everybody like as they're nothing, they're just gonna go somewhere else.
That's what, like, you know, it's exciting for me to hear you say about customer service because the last time you were in a video, when I was walking by and interviewing you guys, I caught you in your chair every single time. And it's that type of customer service.
Times change, bro.
Nah, you know, I'm just giving him shit. He does treat, I've seen him interact with people. He treats them with respect. There's always a smile. He always yells, cousin, a deal to everybody. What's the most amount of shoes you've sold at one event?
One event, probably Sneakercon Chicago, the year that I met you. We probably sold about 40 pairs, I think.
40 pairs. What's the most, you think, ballpark that you've made at an event?
At an event, New York 2 years ago, I think we made about $26,000.
In one day?
It was 2 day event.
2 day event?
Yeah, 2 day event.
Yeah, so like you made $12,000, $13,000 a day. But what people don't understand is the overhead, right? You had to pay probably $300-400 in gas because you drove. Hotels, another $400-500. Yeah, then look,
Food.
Eating.
We gotta eat good.
Eating. They got a
always
big
eat
team.
good.
You know.
You know, so what got you into sneakers? What got you into reselling?
Into reselling, man, honestly, it just happened. I was, I'm the one that once I get a shoe and it goes in my house, it's not coming back out.
Yeah, you got a lot of them up.
Yeah.
And like a lot of doubles and triples and quadruples.
Yeah. I don't know why. It's just something that I always.
You're a hoarder.
Yeah. So it's always I've always been doing that. So once the opportunity came around to make a couple of dollars, I mean, you gotta take it.
What's your Instagram?
JCollector23, and the store is Restock Chicago.
Deal. It's a pretty crazy story. So today's whole video has been about talking about how to make $1 at Sneakercon and how Sneakercon has helped us all make money to be able to do different things. And my man walked up to me and told me a pretty crazy story. So I'm gonna have you come a little bit closer, right? Guys watching, I'm sorry if it's all up in his face, but it's really loud in here and you gotta hear this story.
All right, so I've been reselling since 2012. My first shoe was the Bray 11. I think that's 2012, 2013, JC. All right, so anyways, I had 13 pairs of them. So that's when Jordans were going for $200-300 on retail. So I took a $220 shoe and made $430 off it. Then I just kept building and building. And it's 2018 now. I've just been able to touch mostly all releases. The only ones I have problems with is all whites. But the moral of the story is I paid my grandma's house off. I paid my car off. In a span of like 2 years, so there's really money in sneakers. You don't have to sell drugs or anything. There's other ways to make positive money in this world.
So here's the thing, right? You've been able to buy a house, obviously 6 figures, a car, obviously 5 figures, right? But what a lot of people are like not comprehending when you're talking about that is the amount of hours, the amount of effort. So if you had a guesstimate how many hours you're putting into your craft, selling shoes, how many hours a week you think you work?
About a good 70. But see, it's easier now because of StockX. But the only difference is StockX takes more fees on it. So, it's a win-win situation for everybody if you want to do it that route. But I mean, if you want to do it on your own and do PayPal, I mean, it's more money, but you'll just be able to touch people. A certain amount of people.
How many sneaker cons do you go to a year?
Probably one. I'm gonna try to step it up next year. I'm gonna go to New York, LA, Dallas. I want to go to one in Australia, England.
Dope. What's your Instagram?
Derrick DARRICK _
Okay.
All right. Nice meeting you.
Appreciate you, my
Same to you.
man. Thank you. So, Sneakercon is pretty much a wrap for us. It's almost 5 o'clock. I'm running late. I got to get to the airport. I have one last pickup. This is a personal pickup. Right? Personally, I don't like what they look like this, but when I get home, I'm gonna chop these up, man.